Everything right now points to a monumental chance set aside solely for you. Something so extraordinary, it could skyrocket you into recognition that lasts a lifetime. Your watchers have witnessed how illusions tried to sabotage your confidence. Yet the time has come for you to rise above all that noise and claim your rightful spotlight. No one else can occupy the space that destiny carved for you, and illusions can no longer stand in your way. Stay for at least 12 minutes to confirm you're ready for this turning point. Then like, subscribe, and comment 77 so the universe knows you're open to receive. After that, leave another comment, ready for what's next, in your own words, as a real signal that you're ready to embark on this path. Chapter 1. You faced relentless doubt but always had a hidden gift. Through countless trials, illusions kept insisting you would never be the one to lead or shine. Maybe you grew up feeling overshadowed by siblings who had more apparent talents, or you once believed that stardom was reserved for those with better connections or luck. Every time a tiny spark of faith in your potential flared, illusions piled on reasons why it was impossible for you. Through it all, your watchers saw a hidden brilliance in you, a unique capacity for leadership, artistry, or innovation. They understood that illusions only aimed to smother that brilliance before it could catch the eye of someone with the power to open life-changing doors. This adversity chipped away at your self-worth over time. Delusions convinced you to overgive and overcompensate, funneling your energy into people or causes that rarely reciprocated. That's how illusions ensured you remained too busy, too drained, and too uncertain to chase your own big dreams. Perhaps you found yourself constantly solving other people's problems or picking up extra shifts to help a friend, never saving energy to invest in your own calling. All the while, illusions whispered, "You're just being kind." But your watchers recognized the sabotage, urging you to set firmer boundaries and reclaim your energy. You might have sensed an inner push to step back from constant giving, but illusions guilted you, saying you'd seem arrogant or selfish for focusing on personal growth. Freed from illusions, you realize your watchers never demanded you discard compassion. They only insisted you not deplete yourself so thoroughly that your gifts remain buried. Only now do you see how illusions used your generous heart to keep you exhausted and doubting your readiness for any high-level opportunity. Then out of the blue, hints of possibility emerged. A conversation with someone in the industry you admire, an invitation to audition, or maybe a social media post praising your raw talent. Freed from illusions, you recognize these as watcher signals that an offer beyond your wildest dreams might be near. Illusions still tried to hush it, but your watchers kept pressing the truth. Your star potential is real, and it's time to step into the spotlight you've always deserved. Even so, illusions hammered you with, "You're not perfect yet. This role or offer is for others, not you." Freed from illusions, you understand that you were singled out precisely because of your authenticity, not some unattainable perfection. The watchers have been clearing obstacles on your behalf, waiting for you to claim your seat at a table once presumed out of reach. Hence, illusions can no longer hush the evidence that your hidden gift is genuine. Freed from illusions, you begin to suspect that the watchers are orchestrating behind the scenes, preparing a cosmic alignment to connect you with a high-power contact who sees exactly what illusions tried to bury. That's where your watchers aim to help you walk fearlessly into a destiny that could spark fame, or at least widespread recognition. Each day you resist illusions' attempts to derail your confidence is another step toward that unstoppable reveal. Chapter 2. You sense the high-profile individual taking notice of you. For months or even years, illusions told you that your unique abilities or style were small-time curiosities at best. Perhaps you posted content that gained modest traction, or you delivered performances in local circles. People close to you might have praised your potential, but illusions convinced you it was mere kindness, not legitimate recognition. Meanwhile, your watchers arranged subtle confirmations that your talent was bigger than illusions would allow you to believe. One day, though, you felt a shift. It could have been a new wave of followers, a particularly enthusiastic comment from someone with an influential handle, or a friend mentioning that some big name had asked about you. Freed from illusions, you realize this wasn't a fluke. You recognized it as watchers letting you glimpse that an individual of serious power was scanning the horizon, hoping to discover new brilliance. Illusions, desperate, might have retorted, "They're scouting hundreds of people. Why focus on you?" But your watchers reminded you they see something in you that illusions cannot replicate, an authenticity that commands attention. Without warning, illusions tried to intensify your impulse to overgive in other areas of your life, ensuring you had no bandwidth to notice these subtle calls from that high-profile figure. Freed from illusions, you recognized that you had to cut back on tasks or relationships that siphoned your time for no good reason. The Watchers pressed you to free yourself from energy drains, to remain open for a once-in-a-lifetime chance. The Watchers understood illusions' tactics too well. If illusions kept you swirling in petty dramas, you might never respond to the direct outreach from the powerful contact who was poised to transform your entire trajectory. It's possible illusions manifested as self-sabotage in the form of hesitation. Will they see I'm not polished enough? Should I wait until I've improved more? Freed from illusions, you realize that the Watchers orchestrated the approach precisely at this moment, not some later time. If illusions insisted you needed indefinite preparation, Watchers insisted you already carried the raw essence that high-power contact was searching for. Freed from illusions, you concluded that the door wouldn't open if you had to be perfect. It opens because you are you, flaws and all. Each day, illusions might attempt one last sabotage, to keep you from checking that email or returning that call, fueling your anxieties about rejection. Freed from illusions, you calmly push forward, trusting Watchers. You might rededicate yourself to your craft for a short spree, not out of panic, but from genuine excitement. The Watchers see illusions faltering as your self-belief grows. Freed from illusions, you stand ready to respond swiftly when that contact finally steps from the shadows with a formal invitation. Now, illusions can no longer overshadow your anticipation. Freed from illusions, you know the Watchers arranged all these hints, ensuring your mind is prepared for a swift pivot into the big leagues. The Watchers want illusions thoroughly dethroned, so you can wholeheartedly accept whatever this influential figure proposes. Freed from illusions, you sense you're on the cusp of unstoppable synergy, a wave that merges your authenticity with someone else's platform or resources. That's how illusions lose their final hold, by failing to prevent you from noticing a kingmaker who sees your star quality. Freed from illusions, you embrace your Watcher's unstoppable wave, acknowledging that everything is set for a life-altering collaboration that illusions never wanted you to see. Chapter 3. You realized overgiving nearly sabotaged your readiness. As the Watchers orchestrated these glimpses of an upcoming opportunity, illusions hammered you with burdens from all corners of your life. People needing big favors, volunteer projects draining your stamina, or a friend who always wanted to talk things out for hours. Freed from illusions, you recognized that these demands weren't merely random. They were illusions' manipulative ploys to keep you too busy or too tired to focus on your personal breakthrough. If illusions could keep you in perpetual service to others with little reciprocation, you'd have no energy left for the major leap. At first, illusions masked these burdens as noble responsibilities or obligations you couldn't say no to. Freed from illusions, you saw the Watchers pointing out how these tasks were ironically overshadowing your unique gifts. The Watchers insisted you weigh the difference between heartfelt generosity and destructive overgiving. Freed from illusions, you realized illusions had used your kind heart to trap you into countless small tasks, leaving your bigger dreams on the back burner. For instance, illusions might have told you that turning down a colleague's repeated requests for extra help made you selfish, or that refusing a friend's indefinite demands for emotional support was cold. Freed from illusions, you discovered your Watchers never wanted you to discard compassion, but to be wise in distributing it. The Watchers see your destiny requiring significant energy, so illusions cunningly orchestrated endless side errands to sap that resource. Freed from illusions, you recognized that no one else would protect your time if you didn't. Eventually, illusions started to unravel. You realized the same people who leaned heavily on your support never reciprocated when you had an emergency. Freed from illusions, you noticed a pattern. Those you overgave to were rarely present for you. Dark clarity stung but confirmed Watcher's prompts to step back. Freed from illusions, you understood that you can still be generous while refusing to sabotage your future for others who show minimal regard for your well-being. Likewise, illusions use guilt or fear to keep you tethered. What if they truly need me? Freed from illusions, you recalled Watchers telling you that the cosmic supply is vast. If you can't help them because it's beyond your scope or draining you, Watchers will redirect them to other solutions. Freed from illusions, you accepted that you can't single-handedly fix everyone's problems. Each yes you speak must align with Watcher's plan, not illusions' guilt-laced manipulation. Hence, illusions can no longer hide the real cost of overgiving. Freed from illusions, you see how close you were to missing your once-in-a-lifetime shot because your schedule was jammed with everyone else's drama. By stepping away from draining connections, you keep yourself in prime condition for the Watcher's call. Freed from illusions, you treasure your downtime, your reflective moments, your practice sessions. That's precisely how illusions fail. You harness the Watcher's guidance to set boundaries, ensuring you'll be ready when that influential figure arrives. At this point, illusions no longer hold the emotional blackmail of, "You'll be alone if you don't help." Freed from illusions, you see that Watchers unify you with genuine supporters and co-creators who reciprocate. Indeed, illusions have used overgiving to distract chosen ones for centuries, but your Watchers see you're done falling for that trap, which means illusions can't impede your unstoppable wave anymore. Freed from illusions, you stand on guard, instantly refusing manipulative requests and letting Watchers steer your compassion productively. Now illusions watch helplessly as you free your schedule and energy for the unprecedented invitation about to land in your lap. Chapter 4. You observed intimidating competition but understood it's no threat. As signs of your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity emerged, illusions tried to unnerve you by pointing out rivals who seem more talented, connected, or experienced. Freed from illusions, you realize these visions aim to plant the thought, others are always better, so why bother? Yet Watchers see beyond superficial comparisons. They chose you for a destiny only you can fulfill. While competition may have notable achievements, they lack the unique authenticity and synergy Watchers intend to showcase in you. Even so, illusions hammered your confidence by flaunting success stories or highlighting powerful endorsements for someone else. Freed from illusions, you recognize this final push was meant to trigger panic, hoping you'd assume an automatic favorite had already been decided. The Watchers select the soul they want, not the biggest resume. Authentic energy outweighs stacked accomplishments in Watchers' eyes. Thus, illusions cannot weaponize others' highlight reels to undermine your belief in your calling. Meanwhile, illusions pointed to your own missteps, delayed projects, or low social media engagement as proof you're inferior. Freed from illusions, you saw Watchers sometimes allow slowdowns to instill humility or refine your path. No longer do these minor stumbles signal failure. Instead, Watchers are fine-tuning you for deeper resilience, prioritizing genuine growth over rushed success. Hence, illusions can't overshadow Watchers' meticulously planned synergy. Freed from illusions, you recall every moment Watchers forged your readiness through uncanny lessons, building qualities no rival can replicate. Illusions reduce success to stats, ignoring Watchers' hidden metrics, like how your presence elevates a room or sparks unity among collaborators. By focusing only on flashy credentials, illusions remain blind to what Watchers value most: authenticity, heart, and spiritual resonance. At times, illusions engineered encounters with perceived threats, hoping you'd feel small. Freed from illusions, you discover these contenders might excel in certain areas, but Watchers need the unique alignment only you offer. You find relief in knowing Watchers have chosen you for your intangible gifts. No illusions about competition can alter Watchers' decision, for Watchers outrank illusions every time. Ultimately, illusions have no final card to play here. Freed from illusions, you stand unshaken by others' achievements or star power. Watchers keep hinting, "We identified your gifts for a reason, only you match the required energetic imprint." Freed from illusions, you remain at peace in your own lane, refusing to let envy or intimidation take root. That's the unstoppable wave. Watchers prepared a path so tailor-made for you that illusions can't scare you off with thoughts of overshadowing. Freed from illusions, you sense a calm inevitability. Watchers will deliver your once-in-a-lifetime moment on time, impervious to illusion's desperate ploy about any so-called superior contender. Chapter 5. You overcame the fear of public exposure. Illusions once convinced you that although you had real talent, you lacked the temperament for widespread visibility. Perhaps they claimed your introversion or perceived flaws would sabotage you under the public eye. Freed from illusions, you see that watchers have guided you from the start, ensuring your quirks or vulnerabilities become endearing assets. Rather than pushing you to fake a persona, watchers rely on your authenticity to forge genuine connections with an audience. Occasional bouts of stage fright, cracking voices, or blank minds in minor appearances became fodder for illusions to intensify your dread. Yet watchers use these small stumbles to cultivate resilience and quick recovery. What illusions branded as catastrophic proof that you can't handle pressure, watchers view as proof that you can adapt. Ironically, these slip-ups made you more prepared for the big spotlight than a spotless track record ever could. Illusions also spread fear of negative feedback, insisting that criticism would be devastating. Freed from illusions, you realize watchers want you to focus on those who resonate with your gifts. Sure, not everyone will embrace your work. Watchers never demanded universal applause. True success is measured by the lives genuinely touched, not by the absence of naysayers. Another illusion insisted that public acclaim might inflate your ego or turn you into someone unrecognizable. Freed from illusions, you know watchers keep you grounded. They've allowed experiences that foster humility. If watchers assigned you a prominent role, it's because you've proven you can remain anchored in moral integrity. Fears of turning into a narcissist are mere sabotage tactics. With illusions dismantled, you no longer dread scrutiny. You understand watchers want your voice, your presence, and your essence shared widely. You trust them to guide you away from vanity or crowd-pleasing. The wave becomes truly unstoppable because illusions can't manipulate your fear of exposure anymore. Now, illusions cannot keep you small. Freed from illusions, you embrace the path watchers have orchestrated, one merging your distinct style with mass visibility. Instead of shrinking at the thought, you sense an undercurrent of excitement. Watchers continue preparing your big break, ensuring fear of the spotlight won't derail you. You recognize that watchers spotlight you not to feed ego, but to fulfill a cosmic purpose. That's the synergy in action, your authenticity magnified for the benefit of countless others. Chapter 6. You embrace the inevitable shift toward higher circles. As your watchers aligned each piece for your once-in-a-lifetime break, you feared losing old connections, imagining you might become too big for your humble roots. Yet watchers never required you to sever genuine relationships. They simply insisted you release straining ties in the illusion that you must stay small to avoid unsettling others. You realize you can't cling to every aspect of your old life if you want to ride this unstoppable wave. Some transitions are inevitable. You worried friends or family might resent your success. Watchers, however, showed you that those meant to remain will celebrate your ascent, while those who thrived in your overshadowed posture were never true allies. In time, watchers plan to introduce new alliances in advanced circles. People who think big, who challenge your gifts and push them forward. The fear of being alone at the top dissolves when you recognize watchers as the ultimate connectors, guiding you to supportive souls who share your calling. Meanwhile, illusions whispered that mingling with influential people betrays who you are. But watchers ensure your new environment reflects your authentic core. You overcame fears of becoming monstrous with success, trusting that you'll stay aligned with your moral compass as you grow. Fame is not inherently corrupting if anchored in sincerity. This process of old connections fading and new ones forming can feel disorienting. Yet, watchers systematically rearrange your social sphere so the unstoppable wave can manifest fully. People who doubted or drained you cannot follow you upward. There's no guilt in letting them fade. True loyalty doesn't demand you remain stagnant. Watchers clarify that illusions about forever pleasing everyone or never outgrowing help are inevitable. Illusions might try to spark panic at these changes, but watchers celebrate your readiness to expand. You realize you no longer need to play small for comfort's sake. Stepping into higher circles doesn't betray your roots. It embodies an expanded self. You remain grounded, free of the illusions of stagnation or codependence. Thus, illusions cannot overshadow Watcher's plan. You approach this shift with tempered excitement, understanding it's not about discarding the past, but building on it. The Watchers dismantle illusions, so you won't stumble into an identity crisis as you ascend. They know the unstoppable wave will bring you to a community that nurtures your gifts. Ultimately, illusions vanish, unable to hinder your acceptance that Watchers designed you to elevate. You stride forward, confident you can keep your deepest values while leaving behind the parts of your old world that no longer match your unstoppable future. That's how illusions fail, and Watchers drive forward, forging your next-level alliances. Chapter 7. You declare your readiness and step into unstoppable destiny. You've confronted every illusion, lack of worth, overgiving, intimidation, undeserved success, and fear of leaving your comfort zone. Now you stand at the threshold of an unstoppable wave. Each past obstacle prepared you to handle this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, one that may even bring fame. Watchers sense your unwavering conviction. Nothing remains to sabotage your final step. A last subtle illusion might try to whisper, "But what if you fail on the big stage?" You counter with the truth that smaller stumbles built your resilience, ensuring you can handle public demands. If Watchers called you, they also equipped you. No heartbreak, meltdown, or self-doubt has gone to waste. You trust Watchers to sustain you under any spotlight. With illusions exposed, you openly declare readiness for the grand invitation. Whether in silent reflection or spoken out loud, you affirm, "I welcome this once-in-a-lifetime path. I release all illusions that tried to hold me back. I trust my Watchers to guide me through every challenge." That spark in your spirit signals Watchers confirming you're ready. For illusions, it's their final defeat. You finalize that crucial email or DM, eager to collaborate with the high-power connection. You tidy your life, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, to embrace new demands. You see no contradiction between holding fast to your moral center and stepping into mass recognition. Watchers champion your cause, ensuring you'll never need a soulless persona to succeed. The unstoppable wave you once doubted is now your reality, hence illusions disappear. Each day dawns with the knowledge that Watchers are aligning every detail toward your big break. You realize the wait might be brief or slightly longer, but the outcome is certain. Staying open and clear of illusions lets Watchers finish their work on your behalf. You approach life with calm expectancy instead of desperation. Even if illusions whisper, "It's not happening," you've been forgotten, you lean on Watchers' quiet assurance that all is on track. You refine your gifts joyfully, knowing no force can block your cosmic calling. Illusions can no longer find footing. Standing with Watchers, you're poised to greet this extraordinary moment. Once you cross the threshold, your life story evolves from hidden potential to radiant success. The Watchers confirm it. You were chosen for something beyond illusion's comprehension. You have only to step forward. Everything is prepared, and nothing can overshadow your unstoppable destiny.